So we have a kind of update on the Rachel Morin case. Now, this case, by all accounts, has kind of felt like it might be going cold. Unfortunately, despite having a DNA match in CODIS of an unknown individual who was in our previous video, we went deeper into like the LA connection and stuff. And I believe in that previous video, we also mentioned Chris McDonough from the interview room and his profile and all the information that he gave us about the LA crime and everything. Well, I actually just saw a short from him saying that basically they're kind of on the trail and that they believe the family of this killer is protecting him.
Oh, man.
Yep, so there is a belief, Ms. Chris McDonough says, that the suspect has been identified through his family. Police are on the hunt. There is some fear from Chris McDonough that he will flee to Mexico and that the police, or the law enforcement, will not be ready with an Article 4 warrant.
Yeah, because of what we talked about in those videos a while back where they have a very short time frame to get that article out in order to arrest them if they get to Mexico. And it has to be... there was some weird, like, small print writing in there about it needing to be translated. Mm-hmm. Remember?
Yes, it has to be translated in Spanish, or else I think it doesn't count or something like that. I don't remember all the details, but yeah. So Rachel's family, her mom, actually did an interview. From what I watched, it was about 5 minutes long, and it was pretty sad. They showed a lot of pictures of Rachel when she was younger. They talked about her family. They didn't show the pictures of the kids' faces because they wanted to protect their privacy. Mm-hmm. One of her daughters has autism and has been asking for her mom, and they don't know how to explain it to her. She says she can't be without her friend, like her, meaning her mom, and she's like, how do you explain this to them when they can't comprehend it?
Dude, that's awful.
It's super sad because if you know anything about autism, you know those kids need the same people in their life.
Yes,
they need
do.
them, or else it's devastating. It's devastating.
Yeah,
for them.
There can't be any changes, any major changes, and I can't think of a bigger change.
Yeah.
And, this case, I think, caught a lot of attention, too, because of the type of person she was and some of the interests she had, which, honestly, for the people that are putting her down in this situation, victim blaming because she lost her life, it's gross, but I wonder if it blew up so big because of those people. So even though you have these disgusting people out there that are putting her down for her choice of the way she's living in a way that's not hurting anybody else and shouldn't be offensive and shouldn't be judged or anything like that, and they might actually be helping this case, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
when you get the people behind it, law enforcement hates it, but it makes them work harder.
It does.
So.
But all she did was go on some dating sites. Like, that's all she did.
I think it's that lifestyle, that gym lifestyle. So you know what I mean? And that fake look. I think it's stupid too, but there are a lot of like super pro natural look people out there that are anti that gym movement. I'm not saying it's right. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I understand why they have an issue with it. I obviously don't agree with it, but I understand the dots they're connecting. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, she also said she didn't want... She talks about the family, okay, which I wanted to play for a minute. I'm not sure how it got closed out of on my computer. So I have to get through this little ad real quick and then I can go to it. But she talks about the family.
Beginner.
Huh? It got closed out. It was up here. I had it ready even on the timestamp and it's just gone. I don't know why. But anyway, she talks about the family, like I said, and then she goes into this, which I'm about to play, which kind of struck me, because I'm thinking, what does she know that we don't know, you know?
Especially mother to mother.
His mother knows who this man is. And my question is, why are you protecting him?
To protect Rachel's 5 children, we agreed not to show their faces. But Patty is concerned about them, especially Rachel's daughter with autism.
So she asks, when's mom coming back? And she keeps saying, I need her. I need my friend. And, that's very hard.
Yeah.
That's just super sad. And she goes on to say she doesn't want Rachel to be forgotten. She doesn't want her to end up just a folder on somebody's desk while everybody moves on to the next sensational story.
Yeah.
And I understand that. I definitely understand that. One thing recently that the family has come out with is asking for worldwide prayers for this November. It started this November 1st. It's an online event created by her mother, Patty, and her sister, Rebecca. Everyone is asked to commit to praying 5 to 10 minutes each day for the next 30 days. And they hope that the movement will help lead to, an arrest and conviction of her killer.
Yeah.
I want to put up the killer's picture. He is said to be 20 to 30 years old, about 5'9", weighing about 160 pounds, with dark hair and a muscular build. He's believed to be Hispanic. And yeah, that's the description we have still now, because we have that doorbell footage from the LA crime that he was found connected to through CODIS. So, if you would like to join in on, their month of prayer, please do so. Donate to the family's GoFundMe, which we will also link. And if you have any information, please reach out. The police really believe this man is escalating, that he is on his way to becoming a serial killer.
Yeah.
He's dangerous.
Even if you're unsure, if could that be that person, just call, say something. If you see something, say something. It could end up saving somebody's life down the road. So, the only thing I have to say is we aren't forgetting. We are going to stay on this topic, and we are going to keep talking about it. And to me, what it sounds like is the police are making progress.
I think they are.
It's really crappy to hear that there are family members that are willing to protect him. Me personally, if I had a family member that did something like this, they have to be held accountable. They have to be held accountable. I wouldn't try and hide this person. You can love people from afar. You can absolutely still love your son while they're in prison for something they did. But if you want a justice system that you believe in, you have to believe in it, and he has to be held accountable. So I just hope they catch him.
Yeah, and if you are the mother of this individual, do you want more people to end up this way? There's been a clear escalation from one to another, and you could have blood on your hands if you don't turn him in. You probably will have blood on your hands if you don't turn him in. Or if you're anybody who knows him, do you want to live with that on your conscience? This is a mother of 5 kids, one who we know is autistic, and she was taken away from them in one of the most brutal, horrific crimes I've ever seen.
I would advocate for police to give that mother charges if something else happens.
Absolutely.
Is what I would do. I think there needs to be real legal accountability around that if you are helping this person stay hidden. It is horrible, disgusting, egregious, and come on. We can do better overall.
Yeah, agreed.
So, let us know what you think.